Hey guys, it's Dion. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I experienced some technical issues before, so I'm going to try to make this as quickly as possible. Earlier today, I finished another awesome poem, and this poem is really, really special to me. It's by far the best poem I've ever written. It's basically a living, breathing testimony to who I am. And for those of you who know me, you know a little bit about me, bits and pieces of my story, whether it's diabetes or being a poet or etc., etc. But there's this fundamental part of my life that I don't really share. I don't discuss it enough. I don't know why. I may have shared it a couple times through these videos, but I don't understand what's happening with technology right now. But again, I'm going to try to make this quick. Anyhow, you guys know bits and pieces about me and my life, and I've shared it with you in some form, whether it's through a poem or a video. However, this part of my life I don't share a lot. I don't make it a point to share this. Yet, it's so important to who I am. Hi, Derek. It's so important to who I am, yet I don't share it. And this poem is the perfect representation of my story. And I don't mean my story with diabetes or the story of me starting a podcast. This is literally my story at the core of it. And it's just such a powerful poem. And I'm pretty certain that any poem I write after this is not going to be as powerful as this one. Like, I want to cry right now because this poem is so, so special. And it just represents everything I am. So, I'm going to share it and then explain the meaning behind it. So, here we go. This latest poem is called Speak. Vocal breach occurred at my birth. Words eventually reached my lips. Voices resting against a branch, waiting to be heard. Soon my spirit will rise to preach my testimony. Again, I'm surprised I'm not in tears right now because that poem, without a doubt, describes everything that I am. And let me explain why I am on the verge of crying right now after reading my poem, which is so unbelievably special. For the first 2 years of my life, I couldn't hear her talk. And as I was reading that poem, obviously it indicates a vocal breach, as in I wasn't given the power of speech when I was born, and yet it took some time, hence 2 years, for me to form words, for those words to come out of my mouth, for me to have speech. So that was when I was born. So everything from day one has been different for me. Really wish this wasn't acting up right now because I'm trying to be vulnerable and my phone is making it difficult. Anyhow, everything that I am was centered at my birth. I've overcome so many challenges because of my birth and how I came out. It is a living, breathing miracle that I am breathing and talking and have overcame so much as a result of my birth. And it's absolutely amazing that I wasn't given the power of speech when I was born. And yet now, more than ever, I'm speaking in such a broad platform known as podcasting and spoken word videos. I'm just, whew. This poem is me. This poem is my testimony. Everything that I am started at my birth. And God created this poem in me for a reason. He knew what he was doing at my birth. He gave my life such a profound purpose by giving me the power of speech, by allowing me to use the power of my voice for good and to just profess it to the world in such a broad way. He didn't want my voice to be silent. He wanted me to use my voice. And this poem is just a real living, breathing testimony of that. And I'm so unbelievably grateful that I'm grateful for everything God has done in my life, without a doubt. But I'm most importantly grateful that he's given me the power of speech, because he knew what he was doing by giving my voice purpose, by giving my life purpose. He wanted me to use my voice to help others, and I can't think of a better way of doing that, a better way of shining his light, and I can't think of a better way to use all the gifts and talents he's given me to share his love and grace to the world than through spoken word videos, through my podcast, Words of Heart. The power of speech is such an incredible tool in our world. Our words have just as much an effect as our actions do, and God definitely knew what he was doing when he gave me the power of speech. And I'm surprised I'm not in tears right now, because again, I don't talk about this enough. I don't share it, and I should. I should share it because it's who I am. And I'm going to share this poem again, and hopefully there's no technical issues, and because this poem is the best poem I've ever written. It's about who I am. It's basically the poem of my birth, pretty much. And my birth is not like everybody else's birth. I wasn't supposed to be given the power of speech, yet God made it possible. And here I am. So my latest poem is called Speak. And here we go. Hopefully not going to end up in tears before this video ends. Vocal breach occurred at my birth. Words eventually reached my lips. Voices resting against a branch, waiting to be heard. Soon my spirit will rise to preach my testimony. I've never written anything that powerful before. I've written a lot of poems. But nothing that powerful. Nothing that powerful. Because it's about me. I've exposed my vulnerability in many, many ways, but that is probably the most vulnerable I am ever going to be, because it's about my birth. It's about me. It's about the fact that I wasn't supposed to be given the power of speech, and yet God made it possible. He gave my life more purpose through the power of words. That's why I am a warrior for change, because of my way with words. And that poem is the best representation of who I am, at the center of it, at the core of it. It's about my birth. It's about my existence. And my existence is a pretty incredible one, which I don't think about enough. So I'm going to wrap this video up because I don't want any more technical difficulties. Anyhow, that is my latest poem. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. And again, if you need anything, you know where to reach me. Love you guys.